We are planning a trip out of town this weekend to meet some family members, and we are renting a VRBO house in California. So I want to go through the whole process that I think about when I'm traveling, the process I think about with foods. Some of these things will be super simple, but my friends tell me that what's a habit to me is something that other people might not think about. So I'm going to go through the whole basics. And in fact, I'll give you a little bit more than just food. The first thing that we do when we're traveling is, I love the RVO because I can ask the owner and manager some questions. So the first thing I ask them is, what kind of cleaning products do you use? Do you use natural cleaning products, natural non-toxic, like vinegar and baking soda instead of Clorox and bleach and things? And very often, if you have 2 or 3 options, you could choose the one that might use more natural products. See, those chemicals cause inflammation in the body that makes us look and feel older sooner. And you go on vacation to have fun, right? And when you're on vacation, studies have shown that men who go on a vacation for a week at a time, once a year, live a significantly longer, healthier life. Now, the study was done on men. I don't know what happens to women. We can assume that the same thing might happen to women. So we want to live longer, healthier, so we need to avoid chemicals. And a lot of people get sick when they're around chemicals. I used to, and I didn't know that that's what was happening. I would go out of town to a conference and I would get headaches every time. I would have a headache the whole time. And I never, until I became a practitioner, put one and one together and figured out, oh, it's all of those chemicals in the hotel room, and it's the chemicals that the people I'm traveling with are wearing, the perfumes, the hair stuff, the deodorant, things like that. So when you can avoid those chemicals, you will live longer, healthier, happier lives. So it's worth asking a few questions. The next thing I ask them is, do you use plug-in air fresheners or candles? Those are huge neurotoxins. If you can get the information, if you have a choice, you would rather have unscented laundry products. Because someone who uses scented dryer sheets, for example, over and over and over, those chemicals are cooked into the sheets and the towels. You can take the sheets off of the bed and it won't make any difference because it's all over the bedroom and the bedding and the mattress. So those are some of the things that I ask for when I'm traveling. So then let's think about the foods. First of all, I just think chronologically. I'm going to get on the airplane, and instead of buying some kind of trash at the brake shop, then I will bring my own food. And currently on the airplane, you can carry a lunch bag with you with some foods. Of course, you have to meet the restrictions. You know, you can't carry liquids over, 4 ounces, and some things like that, gel. You can't carry a lot of liquids and gels, but you can carry an extra lunch bag that is in addition to your other carry-on requirements. So, on our trip, I've got all of my nuts and seeds. Now, you know that I'm going to avoid plastic. In my daily life, I have almost no plastic exposures. Plastic release phthalates that cause hormone problems in women, men and women. They are neurotoxins, and so we avoid plastics. But when I'm on a trip, I do use a couple of Ziploc bags. So I'll put some of these things in a bag, or maybe I have, you can get the stainless steel lunch containers. Those are really good options also. Sometimes I use bags because it's disposable. It's not going to, and anyway, progress, not perfection, right? So I'll put some nuts and seeds in a bag. Then with my nuts and seeds, I might want some cubed cheese. You want some really healthy fats and some fibers. I love these little pouches of olives. I get these on Thrive Market. So it's real simple individual serving sizes. Also on Thrive Market, you can get individual pouches of marinated vegetables. They have currently, the last time I shopped, they had green beans, artichokes, and asparagus. Again, very simple, individual serving pouches. Everything's disposable. It's finger food, so it's really easy on the tray on the airplane. And then you could throw in some fruits. If you want some dried fruits like mulberries or raisins or cranberries or things, throw that in the bag with your nuts. You could even throw in some chocolate chips maybe, but some of that might get a little messy if it gets hot. Sometimes I'll also take a box of crackers. So you get on the airplane and all those people are eating those cookies and the pretzels, and you can smell the food from the first class. I don't travel first class, so I just smell their cookies. So substitutes are a really powerful tool for you. So I'll pack something for the trip there and something for the trip back. I also like to throw in some jerky. You might not want all of that every time because that's a lot of food at this point. You may not want to have that much food. Then the second thing I think about is breakfast. So I'll sit down and I'll make a list while I'm driving someplace, or we're writing a book that will be out later this year, and it will have all of these lists in it. There will be links for all of my lists, and it will have breakfast food. What do I take with me? What do I buy while I'm there? And that'll make it super, super simple for you. And it'll have lists for all of these things also. So for breakfast food, I'm asking our friends when we get there, will provide coffee beans. And they have a shopping list. They're going to get cream for the coffee. They'll have butter and maybe some ghee or coconut oil or something like that. When I'm on vacation, I like to splurge. I like to eat things that I might not eat every day when I'm home. So I have a package of Birch Bender pancake mix that I will take with me. This will need to go in your checked bag because powders do not do well. They don't like for you to take powders in your carry-on. So this will go in my checked bag, and it's super simple. It's just, you just add water. You don't have to bring oil and eggs and things like that. But I will ask the VRBO or Airbnb. Probably wouldn't work at Airbnb. This is why I use VRBO, because I want a house with a kitchen. I will ask them what kind of cookware they have. If they have nonstick, I'm not going to use that. Very often, if you simply ask, they will provide stainless steel or cast iron, which is a better choice for your pancakes. And then shopping when we get there, or this time I'll have my friends pick up some eggs. So you have to think about, what am I going to need to put with those eggs? You've got butter for your coffee, so just use some butter to make your scrambled eggs. Or you can get a little travel size olive oil that's super simple. That again would need to go in your checked bag. That's another time that I do use plastic bags. And anytime I've got a liquid or especially glass, I do like to wrap it in plastic in my luggage. So then for lunch, I love to take a chicken salad because I'll mix it ahead of time and freeze it. So I can do it a month ahead of time if I want to. Freeze it, put it in an insulated container in my checked bag. Now in your checked bag, that's going to go in the belly of the airplane. It's very, very, very cold there. So it is not likely to thaw. I have gone on long trips before, and when I get there, everything that I packed frozen is still frozen solid. So you really can't depend on eating it as soon as you get there. So we'll freeze our chicken salad, and we'll have that for supper the night that we get there, because we're going to be really busy. You get your bags, you get your car, you drive to your VRBO, you're tired, you don't want to cook and clean. So a chicken salad is super simple. You can have some crackers with it if you want. You could throw some lettuce with it, or you can just eat it the way it is. I throw a lot of broccoli in my chicken salad. So I've got my veggies, my healthy fats, and my meat all in one container. So then, we've already talked about breakfast. There's one other thing I love for breakfast. When we get there, our friends will already have shopped, and they're getting Birch Bender's Paleo Toaster Waffles. That's not something I eat very often. But Birch Bender's will have a couple of different versions. They'll have some paleo and some keto and some original. So you do have to pay attention to that. I want the paleo because I want almond meal and coconut flour. I don't want a lot of starches. So paleo or keto probably is even better. I got this one free from Thrive, so it's going to be good enough. Then we will eat out a couple of times, of course. And then we are going to do some kind of kind of like a picnic lunch one day. So from the grocery store, I know where my VRBO is, where the hotel is, and where Whole Foods is. So we'll check Whole Foods before we go to our VRBO. And I've got a list so that when I get there, it's really targeted. My family laughs. The last time we traveled together, we drove into Whole Foods and they said, wait, we do this every single vacation. The first thing we do is we get a car, then we go to Whole Foods. So they took a picture because that's part of our vacation. That was really funny. So we have Whole Foods from all over the world. So we'll go to Whole Foods. I'll have a very specific list of what I want for a picnic lunch. I'll get some finger fruit, strawberries, maybe grapes, maybe some apples. I'll get some sandwich meat from Diestel or Organic Valley, and I'll get some raw cheese and maybe some nuts, maybe a bottle of wine if you want to do that. If you do that, you need to be sure that you have wine bottle opener. I've made that mistake before. So we'll have our breakfast is going to be kind of a brunch. Then we've got one meal, eating out, a picnic one day, chicken salad another day, and then that last day is the airplane food. So that's how I travel, and I've got a couple of purposes. Number one, I want healthy food. When you're traveling and you make compromises or you cheat, when you eat unhealthy fat, that is in your body more than 4 months, causing cellular inflammation. It takes months for your body to detoxify toxic fats. And you would get that in meat that is not pastured or 100% grass-fed. You would get it in canola oil, which most restaurants, even at the health food stores in the deli, they're using canola oil, which causes inflammation in the body. So if you're eating out, you would want to choose fruits and vegetables first and animal products last, because fruits and vegetables that are not organic will do less damage in the body than something that includes fat or an animal product, because the law of biological concentration. So that's going to help you to prioritize. So I go to this trouble, and you know, the first time you do it, it may be a little bit of trouble, but after a while, it gets so easy, so easy. You've got your list ready, you've got your ideas, you take a few minutes, maybe you take 5 minutes while supper's cooking, and you get out your things for your airplane, and you get out your bags. And then the next day you've got 5 minutes and you throw it all together. Maybe you have 30 minutes one afternoon where you fix your chicken salad. You could do that a month ahead of time. A month ahead of time, make a double recipe of chicken salad. Eat it for supper that night and then freeze the other half of it. So over time, this becomes second nature because it's very easy. So again, my priority is healthy food because I'm investing in my health, which is my greatest asset. Second, when I'm on vacation, I like to eat out a little bit to experience the culture, but I would rather spend my time doing things, walking on the beach, touring a museum, doing whatever the local activities are, or relaxing with my friends that I'm traveling with or that I'm meeting on my vacation. Instead of researching a restaurant, choosing a restaurant, driving to a restaurant, waiting there, that's just one of my preferences, is to do a little bit of work ahead of time, but keep it easy as much as possible, and eat healthy food, save some time, and you will save so much money in the process. So I hope these things are really helpful to you. Subscribe to our channel, like us, share this video with your friends. because many people have been asking me, as soon as they found out that I'm recording these video series and I'm writing a book, people are asking for this information. So your friends want to know also. So please share, write comments below. I would love to hear your questions. I'm happy to help you. This is very easy. It's very second nature to me because I've been doing it. You know what? My mother did it when I was growing up. So, because we always went camping. We never went on vacation to stay at a hotel. So it's very second nature to me, very easy. And I'm happy to help you. I love walking the journey of help with you, helping you stay forever young feeling. Tammy Stewart, CHC, at Help for a Purpose. Have a great day.